My assignments lately couldn't be more boring. You know, if you don't find some way to occupy me, I might have to sneak off and find my own fun things to do. Please, that's not a threat, that's a promise. I don't think we need to resort to that. Well, I wish you'd open your mouth quicker if you have news like that. Don't keep me in the dark. Ooh, a tournament, huh? Interesting. Just to make sure, this thing isn't subject to any rules now, is it? Now that sounds like something I can sink my teeth into. No holds barred. It's just what every girl wants.
What's up, guys? MGU, this is Vince of All Trades, and today this is a Dualcom. I have a guest with me. Introduce yourself, guest.
What's going on, MGU? This is Phantom.
And of course, he also posts here. So, Phantom has not seen this gameplay that you guys are watching right now, and therefore we're not going to talk about it. We're just going to be talking about some stuff. And how do you feel about all this, Phantom?
I'm a little caught off guard, actually. I'm just staring at Vince's icon here for Skype, and just seeing where this is going to go.
Oh, you know what else is really awesome? I didn't actually start the gameplay footage, so I don't know when we'll be up. Oh, well. That's fine. We'll just talk for, around, I'm going to guesstimate, tell me when you're guesstimating around 13 minutes and 47 seconds, okay?
All right, sounds good.
You can guesstimate that?
Yeah, I'll estimate.
Oh, well. So, Phantom, I wanted to talk about penguins. How do you feel about penguins?
Penguins. I think they're pretty awesome.
Okay.
I'd have to say.
Have you ever tried to put yourself in a penguin's shoes?
No. I wouldn't even know where to get penguin shoes.
Well, yeah, I didn't mean really, but...
No.
Touche. They wear little tuxedos, and they're really classy, so I like them.
Yeah, they're definitely cool, but they don't have any thumbs.
That's true, but, I mean, Megan Fox has thumbs. And that's what I don't like about her.
Well, yes, because she has odd thumbs.
Yes, but penguins, if they had thumbs, they might be odd, too.
True.
Yeah.
I don't think it would go well with their flippers, but...
No, but...
They do have the tuxedo thing going on for them,
Yes,
though.
they do, and if they had little bow ties, it'd just be even better, but some of them do and some of them don't, They're
almost like little priests, then.
Yes. Yes, exactly, with their penguin gods. So, if you were a penguin, Phantom, how would you feel about flying? Would you be jealous of other birds?
Wow. No.
Clearly you haven't thought about this as much as I have.
Not at all. But I'd have to say I'd be an excellent swimmer, so, I wouldn't worry too much about the flying.
This is true. So,
basically... You can't have everything.
Yeah, you're right. Although, I mean, ducks, you gotta look at ducks.
But they more like float on the water. They don't actually swim.
Mm-hmm. So... You're saying that if you were a penguin, you'd probably challenge other birds to swimming contests.
Oh, most definitely.
I mean, you'd be the type of bird that'd stroll into the party, everybody talking about how they, got their wings polished and stuff, how they broke some new airspeed records in town, and you'd just be like, oh, well, yeah, we should have a swimming contest sometimes, like to do the backstroke sometimes, yeah.
No, I can beat him doing any stroke, really.
You just be that one guy who's like playing to your strengths.
Oh, of course. Isn't that the point of having strengths?
Of Call of Duty, yeah. It's the point
well,
of Call of Duty.
any game or any activity, really, you want to play to your strengths, especially when you're as competitive as I am.
Mm-hmm. I think, yeah, penguins. I like penguins a lot. Definitely swimming, having a good time. I don't think they're jealous of other birds at all. Because they're unique.
Oh, yeah.
Ostriches, they put their head into the ground and stuff. But they don't swim.
No, they're boring. What can they do?
They can peck people in the face and spit on them. You can ride them. Have you ever ridden an ostrich?
Well, I'm pretty sure it... No, I haven't. I'm pretty sure any bird can peck somebody in the face, though.
How often do you hear about penguins pecking people in the face, Phantom?
Well, I don't hear a whole lot about penguins.
That's because they're classy.
Yeah, I'd have to say they are.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty classy. But they got the whole suit thing going on for them. They just got that image.
They do. They have an expectation to live up to. It's unwritten, but it's there.
I don't know. I'd have to say they have that image, but is it really true? They seem kind of savage at times, also.
Let's just put it this way, Phantom. I'm pretty sure if you had a pool full of champagne and like a pool full of beer and a pool full of water, I can't talk right now. I'm pretty sure the penguin would pick the champagne.
Pools and fools?
Yeah, fools.
The champagne pool?
Because it's classy, man.
Sparkling cider or something like
kind
that.
Of stuff. Sorry, I'm eating cookies.
Okay.
Drinking. You can
Nice.
kind of fill in this stuff while I'm chewing.
So what are we getting at here? That penguins are the upper class flightless birds?
I think they're picked on because they
picked on?
can't fly. They're there's this kind of they're ostracized. We don't really talk about them as birds because they don't have characteristics that birds have. But the fact of the matter is they're just a little different and they deserve to be respected for it.
Oh, I think they're by far one of the coolest animals. Come on.
Yeah, but
Who doesn't like penguins?
This is true. But I mean, like, do you really think of birds do you associate penguins with birds, or do you just associate them with water?
No. Well,
Yeah.
Actually, they don't really fall into either of those categories. Like, just thinking about them.
I mean,
when you think about a bird,
cold.
you automatically think of something flying.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's probably a few that few birds that don't fly.
There are.
So, but when you think of a bird, you think of a pigeon or some common bird that you see.
When I think of birds, I think of turkeys.
Turkeys.
Yeah, because my friend, one girl I used to go to school with, she was driving to school one day, and there are wild turkeys around here. I'm pretty sure there's wild turkeys everywhere, but they're wild turkeys, and the car in front of her hit a turkey, and it bounced off the hood and went through her front windshield.
Wow.
It went through her front windshield and split, and it cut in half when it went through the windshield. And so she had half of this turkey in her passenger seat and the other half in the back seat.
This didn't happen to be around Thanksgiving, did it?
No.
Oh, because that would have been almost convenient.
Yeah,
at that point.
So she took all sorts of pictures, and it was a good story at school. And she was.
That's almost disturbing.
I
don't know
right?
why. I don't know why you'd think of that.
I
would have
been
of
shocked
birds.
for life, but it's how many people do you know who's like, oh yeah, so driving to school today, turkey through the windshield.
No big
I got
deal.
the front half of it in my passenger seat. If you want to see it,
no big deal. We took some pictures. It was a good time.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna post them on my ceiling or something so I can stare at them before I fall asleep.
Wow.
I think that's what you did. Just an assumption.
Yeah, that's definitely not something I think about when I think of birds. I'm thinking about pigeons and seagulls and all those nice birds that crap on you and stuff.
Oh, I have another story. So we're eating dinner, right? And I have two cats. I have an older cat, and then I have my kitten. And she's always in the backyard trying to hunt, whatever. Our birds around here, because my mom feeds the birds, they're huge, and they're probably bigger than her. But she's always trying to catch them. And my older cat, he just kind of chills. He's had his hunting prime, and he's on the downhill slope now, and he just kind of lays around. So we're eating dinner, and this bird just comes flying through the yard, and I see it coming, and I'm just like, crap, what is going on here? Hits the window, just right into the window, and you just see my cat, and it just falls into his lap. The bird just smacks the window, falls into my older cat's lap, and he's just like, that's right, that's why I don't chase after birds. They come to me. And my kitten just my kitten just has the ZOMG face on.
It's total like a Windex commercial or what?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. But it's just the bird just fell into its lap, and he was just like, "Oh, okay, I'm eating you now. It's my dinner time."
That just proves that patience, sometimes pays off.
Sometimes, but mostly not.
Sometimes things come to those who wait.
Yeah, unless you're at Chuck E. Cheese.
What does that have to do with Chuck E. Cheese?
I just remember when I was little, And we'd go to Chuck E. Cheese, and I would be like, there was this one machine where if you put in coins like really fast and just randomly hit the buttons, you'd get a bunch of tickets. And I'm pretty sure there was like no proper way to play the game other than that. Spent so much money on that game. Like you just fed the thing money, and you just got like a decent amount of tickets for it. It wasn't like a cash exchange type thing. It was like you flipped the coins out and it like randomly hit anything, but there was no way to time it.
No, okay. I see what you're saying.
So it's just like, okay, there's $20 gone in 5 minutes. And I have like 3,000 tickets to show for it.
And you can go get yourself a blow-up hammer or something?
Yeah.
From the ticket booth window, whatever you call it?
Yeah.
I haven't been to Chuck E. Cheese in so long.
I think like my mattress is secretly filled with those tickets. I think that's what my parents did with them. They were just like, this is such a bad investment. Let's do something productive with it.
Well, you had to. I mean, you basically turn your money into those tickets that are worthless.
I feel bad about that, yeah. That and Pokemon cards. I feel bad about those sometimes, too.
Pokemon cards, yeah.
I
had those. I had Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I think those are... I don't know. I guess I like collecting them more than... They weren't really good for anything.
Well, it was always the hope
they were like fancy Chuck E. Cheese tickets.
Yeah, it was always the hope that they would eventually be worth something.
I guess so.
That's what I would like. I remember like because the kid who lived behind us was selling all his Pokemon cards and getting like decent amount of money back for him because it was like in the. I think it was like when the second generation of Pokemon just came out, so the first generation cards were worth more because they didn't print them anymore. And
so
my mom
he would just sell them to all the neighborhood kids?
My mom was like, you should definitely sell your Pokemon cards too, because, you know, they're worth something. And I was like, no, I'm going to wait until the end of time when Caterpie sells for $1, because I had like 8,000 Caterpie cards. And, you know, by then, Charizard's got to be going for like at least 100K easy.
Oh, yeah.
So I just held off, and I was like, yeah, Pokemon's not going anywhere, which is true. Pokemon didn't go anywhere. It's still around. Just the cards aren't worth anything.
No, you actually get them in McDonald's Happy Meals now.
Well, I think Phantom, we're wrapping up here pretty quick. I'm not exactly sure what the time is, but our Skype call's been 15 minutes, and we didn't have too much conversation before this.
Oh, okay.
So let's just wrap things up here and see how it goes.
That sounds good. Thanks for having me.
No problem.
I was well aware of your impending betrayal.
You're giving yourself way too much credit. Defeating you was nothing but an added bonus. I just wanted to pit you idiots against each other while I took over. You're nothing but a spare body. A change of clothes in Bison's wardrobe.
You'll pay!
Good night, sweet prince. Rest in peace.